My stepmother. Family is not only about the people who share the same blood, but also about those who choose to love, care, and stay by your side even when they don't have to. Among all the people who have touched my life deeply, my stepmother is one of the most special. She entered my life quietly, but her presence has left an everlasting mark on my heart. I still remember the first time I met her. My father had invited her to our house for dinner. At that time, I was about 12 years old enough to understand what stepmother meant, but too young to understand how love could grow between strangers. I sat at the dining table, suspicious and distant, refusing to speak much. She smiled warmly, trying to start a conversation, but I answered only with short words. Deep down, I thought she might try to replace my mother, who had passed away years earlier. I had already built a wall around my heart, afraid that letting someone new in would mean forgetting my real mom. But time has a gentle way of softening hearts. My stepmother never forced me to accept her. She never demanded love or attention. Instead, she showed kindness through small things, cooking my favorite meals even when she didn't know how to make them perfectly, waiting up late when I studied, or leaving little notes in my school bag saying, "Do your best today." Slowly, I began to realize that she wasn't trying to take my mother's place. She was simply trying to give me what every child deserves, love and care. One rainy afternoon, something changed between us forever. I had failed an important exam at school and came home in tears. I expected to be scolded, but she didn't say a word. Instead, she sat beside me, wrapped her arms around me, and said softly, "It's okay. Failing doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just means you have another chance to grow." I cried even harder, but not from sadness, from relief. That was the first time I truly felt she was my family. Since then, our bond has grown stronger with every passing year. She became not just my stepmother, but also my friend, my teacher, and my quiet supporter. She helped me through teenage confusion, heartbreak, and the pressure of exams. She taught me how to be patient when things don't go as planned, and how to forgive even when it's difficult. Through her actions, she showed me that motherhood is not defined by biology, but by compassion. There were still moments when people around us made things harder. Some relatives whispered behind her back, saying she was lucky to marry my father or that she was pretending to be kind. I hated hearing those things. I saw how hurt she looked sometimes, but she never defended herself. She only smiled and said, "People will understand one day." That quiet strength inspired me more than words ever could. As I grew older, I began to understand the courage it must have taken for her to join a family that was still healing from loss. She didn't just marry my father, she accepted a child who wasn't hers, with all my moods, fears, and grief. It takes a special kind of love to do that. Looking back, I realize how much she sacrificed, her time, her comfort, even her dreams, just to make sure I had a home filled with warmth and laughter again. One of my favorite memories of her is from the day of my high school graduation. As I walked onto the stage to receive my diploma, I looked into the crowd and saw her eyes filled with tears. When the ceremony ended, she hugged me tightly and whispered, "Your mom would be so proud of you." Those words meant more to me than any speech or celebration. She didn't try to erase my mother's memory, she honored it, and that made me love her even more. Now that I'm older, I often think about what family truly means. My stepmother taught me that love is not about titles or bloodlines. It's about patience, forgiveness, and showing up for someone again and again, even when it's not easy. She may not have given me life, but she gave me something just as precious, a second chance at feeling loved. When I talk to my friends about her, I always say that she is my bonus mom. That's what I call her now. Because she is not a replacement. She is an addition, a blessing that life gave me when I least expected it. She has shown me that real love doesn't divide, it multiplies. Thanks to her, I have two mothers, one watching over me from heaven, and one holding my hand here on earth. Sometimes, late at night, when we sit together drinking tea, she still tells me stories about her youth, about how she once dreamed of being a teacher, or how she used to sing in her school choir. Those moments make me realize that she's not just my stepmother, but a person with her own dreams, struggles, and hopes. I feel grateful that I get to be part of her story, just as she's become a beautiful part of mine. In a world where stepmother often sounds like a cold or distant word, she redefined it for me. To me, it means courage, kindness, and unconditional love. I know I may never be able to repay everything she's done, but I can promise to carry her lessons with me for the rest of my life, to love people genuinely, to be gentle but strong, and to never take kindness for granted. If I could say one thing to her today, it would be this. Thank you for coming into my life when I didn't know I needed you. Thank you for staying, even when I pushed you away. You didn't just marry my father, you mended a broken heart, and for that, I'll love you forever.